Yo, what's up? It's Chris from Hair Loss from Steroids, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the new, as of the end of 2012, November, December 2012, Lipogaine shampoo. They call it the Big 3 shampoo. And not to confuse the Big 3 with Alopecia, minoxidil, and ketoconazole. It doesn't have that. It has ketoconazole, biotin, and emo oil, and did I say biotin? Saw palmetto too. That is what they consider the Big 3 as far as shampoo. We'll talk about that. So, as you know, if you follow my channel or look at my website, or maybe you haven't, I'll tell you right now, the shampoo I do recommend, and have been for a long time because it's excellent, is Region Pure. Now, it's good. It's good for everyone who uses it, especially if you don't have severe male pattern baldness. Ketoconazole is the only proven ingredient, clinically proven ingredient, to inhibit scalp DHT. I'll list the 2 studies below. It's pretty effective as long as you're not on a ton of steroids and or very, very sensitive to male pattern baldness. Hair loss happens from the inside out, so there's not very many products, legit products, that you can topically put on your head to reduce hair loss. Ketoconazole is an ingredient to do so, so that is the kind of shampoo that you do want to get if you get that. So, all these shampoos, ketoconazole shampoos, they're about the same. Here's Revita, it's pretty good. Here's Region Pure, which is very good. And here's Lipogaine, which I think is also very good. Now, Region Pure is great. I've recommended that for, I guess, about a year now. My only criticism of this shampoo, and no one has really, not necessarily, no one's disagreed with me, but no one has really written in and said that they experienced the problem too. Region Pure, my criticism is this. After you use it, it kind of leaves your hair kind of flat. If you have thin hair, whether naturally or because of the genetic issue you're facing here with hair loss, it doesn't look so good. And that's why I use Nioxin when I use Region Pure. Nioxin is a volumizing shampoo. I know they say it works for hair loss. There's nothing in Nioxin whatsoever that does anything for hair loss, but it's a good quality shampoo and it makes your hair look better. So in some of the videos, I think the 2 more recent ones where I have shorter hair, I just use this, and you can tell my hair looked flatter even though it was shorter. So there is a significant difference. That's what I really like about this shampoo. You can see even right now, this morning I used it. I actually took a nap and have kind of like bedhead going on, but it leaves your hair looking really good. Whereas Region Pure, in my personal opinion, doesn't so much do that. So if you're experiencing that problem with Region Pure, but you're still getting the results where, you know, it has slowed down your hair loss, maybe you've gotten a little bit of regrowth, I would give this one a shot, straight up. It actually smells just like Nioxin. And the ingredient in that's doing that is the peppermint oil, and that's just a smell thing. It tingles your hair a little bit. But overall, it makes your hair look better than Region Pure. Now, can't confirm this, but the difference between Region Pure, Revita, and the Lipogaine shampoo is that Region Pure has aloe, and that is one of the reasons I recommend it. At the same time, though, because aloe it's actually the very first ingredient in here, aloe, it doesn't foam up, okay? And things that don't have sodium lauryl sulfate don't foam up. And in the process, I don't think it volumizes your hair as well. But there's a lot of guys out there, and they'll know if they use Nizoral shampoo, which is the very first ketoconazole shampoo out there. Ketoconazole, excuse me, someone had corrected me the other day. They get inflammation from it because it can be an irritant. It's actually an anti-dermatitis ingredient, ketoconazole that is, that basically beats the shit out of your dandruff. Now, it's pretty strong. Now, the new shampoos, Region Pure especially, Revita also, and also this one right now, guys aren't as sensitive to the ketoconazole because there's other ingredients in there that are anti-inflammatories, especially Region Pure because it contains aloe. This doesn't contain aloe, and this doesn't contain aloe. But aloe doesn't make your hair look as good, in my opinion. I'm going to think that it's that ingredient. That is the only difference. It's the main ingredient in there. It's not very volumizing. So, like I said, if your hair doesn't look as good with Region Pure, and you're forced, or you're not, or you want to have to use another shampoo or something like that, get this one. It's excellent. This is the one I'm going to be using, but I don't have any sort of scalp redness from ketoconazole. I don't have any sort of inflammation, at least visibly or sensationally from it, and so I can do that. Now, if you do have a hypersensitivity, irritation, inflammation from ketoconazole, stick with Region Pure. It works. You're supposed to keep these ketoconazole shampoos on your head for at least 5 minutes. I recommend up to 10. But basically for the duration of the shower. It should be the first thing you put on your scalp. The very first thing you do when you get in the shower. So that's my opinion there. Let's see what else I have to tell you here. Also important, I think Lipogaine's products are awesome. They have the minoxidil with azelaic acid that I recommend. I use, and I think it's the best formula out there since the FDA wanted to protect us and pulled all the 15% minoxidil products because a certain pharmaceutical company didn't want them out there. But be that as may, Lipogaine's minoxidil formula, his 2 little bottles right here, are excellent, and the shampoo is excellent. Now, it's important for me to tell you, I do not work for Lipogaine. However, if you do buy this product through my link below, I will get a commission. That commission will be anywhere from about 5 to 6% on this $20 shampoo. So, what is that? That is about 80 cents, maybe $1. So if you get it, I get about 80 cents or $1. But I'm going to let you know because I do not work for them, but I do get a commission. And thank you very much if you purchase below. I mean, all my information will be free. I do profit on it somewhat. I mean, the commissions aren't going to make me a billionaire here, but you know, in the nature of disclosure here, I'll tell you, I do get an Amazon commission for doing that, and it's partly why I do that. It's not my first thing. My first thing is I've spent a hell of a lot of money on a lot of stuff that doesn't work, and actually there's cheap solutions like this one, like Region Pure, somewhat like Revita, not as good, but that can significantly help people out, and I definitely think you should jump on that sooner than later because it's a lot easier to prevent hair loss than it is to grow stuff back. In fact, science says it's impossible to grow stuff back. I've experienced somewhat otherwise, but when I was getting the majority of my hair loss, I was also juicing the shit out of my hair. So, yeah, that's, if you do steroids, especially the ones that are high in DHT or convert to DHT, you know, you're going to have to do something about it if you want to hold on to your hair. So, I recommend a lot of Lipogaine stuff, and I think it's excellent. Basically, I think this shampoo makes your hair look wonderful. I mean, hey, you decide. My hair never looked that great, but, you know, I think it looks pretty good now. Definitely more volume. If you have the hypersensitivity, inflammation, irritation from ketoconazole, use this one. Do what you can. I basically say use this every day. Now, if you're getting redness and shit like that, you can't really do that, so 4 to 5 days a week. I shower like twice a day, so that's just me, though. Anyway, yeah, you want to write in and ask me some questions, you know, I'll try to answer them. I'm not on this YouTube channel too much. I'm, like, super busy, but I try to keep all the info I possibly can on my little website and this channel, so a lot of people sometimes write in saying, hey, I tried X, do you think it's, or I'm going to maybe buy something, do you think it's good or something? 98% of the time, if I don't recommend it on this channel, we're actually going to say 99, pretty close to 100% of the time, if I don't recommend it on this YouTube channel or my website, I think it's garbage. I think it's absolute shit. There's only a few things that work out there. They actually work pretty well, but you got to get them on sooner than later. if you want to have the effects from it. So let's see, anything else here? Not really. Solid shampoo. Later.